welcome to the Spotlight, everybody. My name is Nick Candela.
And I'm Becca Friedman.
We've got a great show lined up for you today. We've got Paul Good from the Detroit Zoo in studio.
That's right, and then we'll have an encore musical performance by Diablo Il Gato.
That's right, and to kick things off like we always do, we're going to take things over to our wheel. So wheel, take it away. And the crowd goes wild. And as you can see, it is a buzz.
That's right.
And if you don't know what the buzz is, that means something awesome's happening around Warren. And the Spotlight is there to bring it to you. So, ready?
Let's check it out.
Let's check it out.
Today we're at Warren City Square for the Farmers Market. It's held every Sunday from 10 to 2. Let's go see what they have to offer. As you can see, the Warren Farmers Market has a lot to offer, from fruits and veggies to handmade arts and crafts. There's also free yoga first thing in the morning and music around noon. If you can't make it out on Sundays, there's another farmers market at Owen Jack's on Thursday afternoons. For more information, head over to cityofwarren.org.
Well, it looks like they got a pretty good thing set up down there.
That's right, they do. They have tons of stuff going on. You have yoga in the morning, every week, lots of stuff.
And the new one is out at Owen Jack's now, too.
Owen
so
Jack's
two
is
locations.
open now, yeah, every Thursday, so you should check that one out too. Yeah, like I said, there's a ton of stuff going on at both locations, so make sure you head out there.
Absolutely. Well, stick around.
Well, actually, Nick, I think there's a little something in my eye over here, a little shiny we need to bring up here.
If you notice a little extra bling on the set nowadays, I got married over the break, and things have been very good at home. 1 month in the books of marriage, so far so good. So,
well, congratulations from all of us here. We're very excited about this.
Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. We're going to talk more about my new bling. You stick around because there's more Spotlight coming right up after the break. You're not going to want to miss it. Paul Good from the Detroit Zoo right here in studio.
Know what?
What?
Since I got adopted, I've learned a lot about these humans.
I know. I mean, check out these two. It's Flirt City over here.
Yeah, I noticed that. It looks like my human is definitely into your human.
Oh, look! I think she's getting his number.
Nice.
Your human's got some sweet moves.
Takes after his dog. Oh, look, they're doing that thing where they put their arms around each other.
She kicked up a leg. It's like in the movies.
That's awesome. Looks like we're going to be hanging out a little bit more.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Spotlight. I'm Nick Candela, and as promised, we are here with our friend Paul from the Detroit Zoo. Paul, thank you for taking time out of your schedule to come talk with us today.
Thank you for having me. I'm delighted to be here.
Well, we're delighted to have you. So let's get right into some things. Tell me a little bit about yourself and how you are affiliated and what your role is with the Detroit Zoo.
I am the first ever Community and Government Relations Manager for the Detroit Zoo. I spend a great deal of my time working with local government officials, and very much part of that are the county officials and the county zoo authorities that were established in 2008. And I do a lot of strategic outreach to community leaders and community organizations throughout the Tri-County area.
Oh, great. So the zoo is obviously a staple in the Metro Detroit area. I mean, if you're from here, there's no doubt you have a picture in front of the fountain somewhere.
Yes.
Just like, I have a picture in front of the fountain, just like everybody else. I remember going there as a kid. I mean, it really is just a great family place to go to, and so many other attractions in the area. But the zoo really is something special because it's something that you go to when you're young, And then when you're older, it's just one of those things. It never loses its magic, in my opinion.
We really have a demographic sweet spot, which are families. And you're right, after those children grow older and then have their own children,
Right.
The moms and dads of the child originally taken to the zoo become grandparents, and they get to redo the whole experience again.
Exactly. It's a great place.
Yeah. Over the years, the zoo has enjoyed the reputation of being the people's park. It was established in 1928.
Okay.
Officially. We are now home to roughly 2,600 animals.
Wow.
That's 265 species, different species. We are been very well supported in the last decade or so. In 2008, there was an effort to get a dedicated tax approved by residents from Macomb, Oakland, and Wayne County.
Right.
We managed to do that and got terrific support from our community in doing that, and that's allowed us to have some guaranteed stability in our finances. In 2006, we broke away from the city of Detroit, and up until that time, the zoo was operated by the city.
Oh, okay.
So what operates the zoo now is a 501c3 nonprofit,
Wonderful.
the Detroit Zoological Society. And we operate the Detroit Zoo in Royal Oak, as well as the Belle Isle Nature Zoo.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
On Belle Isle. Yeah, that's the old City of Detroit Nature Center that we took over again from the city when we did this transition. And we get 60,000 people coming to the bins, as we call it, the Belle Isle Nature Zoo, annually down there. It's a unique
Really?
opportunity to see Michigan nature and animals and stuff.
Well, that's very cool. Now, as you're walking through the zoo, let me ask you real quick, what do you think is the fan favorite exhibit? And, what's your personal favorite exhibit?
Fan favorites vary, and
Okay.
Staff can't have individual favorites, but no, we're known for lots of firsts. We were the first zoo to dedicate solely an exhibit for penguins. It was opened in 1967, and we'll touch on that now, but maybe touch on the new plan
Right.
to build a new penguinarium a little bit later. The Arctic Ring of Life, which is a 5-acre exhibit, a very large space devoted to polar bears with the 15-foot polar passage,
Right.
where you can see polar bears underwater. We were one of the first to have done that. And in zoos that are doing similar kinds of exhibits like that come to the Detroit Zoo
Really?
to see what we've done before they finalize their plans for polar bears. So
Now, that's one of my favorite exhibits, especially when it's hot outside.
yes,
You kind of go into that little cave you guys got down there and where you can see the polar bears, and it's nice and cool. So that's a nice little hideout.
Yeah.
When we get these 90-degree summer days out there, that's a nice little hideout. But
it is.
now, I know you said staff can't particularly have a favorite, but if you were to take some kids or some grandkids to the zoo, where do you think you're going to kind of sway them?
For me, the must-see is the giraffe encounter, which is the platform that exists at the zoo where you can feed a giraffe. And
Really?
You look as a giraffe eyeball to eyeball. It's really spectacular.
That's pretty cool.
I make it a habit of bringing the folks that I bring on tours. I make sure they get up there and see the giraffes.
Really cool.
It is very cool. And I don't know if you know this, but the zoo is open year-round. We're only closed 3 days a year.
Now that, I'm happy you brought that up because it was only recently that I find out that the zoo wasn't closed during the winter. In fact, I've been told that the winter is some of the best time to go to the zoo.
Well, it is.
Can you tell us a little bit about why that is?
Well, yesterday, for example, it was in the lower 90s, and
Right.
it was very hot walking around the zoo, and many of the animals that were out were not to be seen, in the sense that they were doing what you and I would do on a 90-degree day outside, look for a little shade and keep your head down. It's very different during the winter. And during the winter, we have animals that basically frolic in that kind of temperature. We've seen buffalo jumping around and kicking their heels up.
That's cool.
Tigers have been known to roll in the snow. And if you see something like that, and you think they're performing, in a sense, just for you. So it's very special, very personal. And it's a good time to be outside. A lot of folks do outside in winter sports and activities, but you can logically work your way around the zoo from enclosed area to enclosed area, but have a little walk between them, so you can warm up, go walk, get a little chilly, warm up again, and work your way all the way around the park.
That's very cool. Now tell me a little bit about some of the new exhibits that are coming to the zoo. I know we briefly mentioned the penguin exhibit.
Yeah.
What can you tell us about it?
Well, the penguinarium that we're planning is going to be spectacular. It is formerly called the Polk Penguin Conservation Center. Polk because of the benefactor who put the kind of the foundation large donation of $10 million. It's a $29.5 million project. It's the largest project the Detroit Zoological Society has ever undertaken. And it's well over 25 million. I don't know exactly what the figure is, has been either obtained or committed. So the funding is all but guaranteed at this moment. We broke, we did not a groundbreaking, but an ice-breaking about 2 or 3 weeks ago. So progress is starting to take shape. It's going to be an 18-month project. And you know, that puts it somewhere late 2015, maybe early 2016 for the opening. The most spectacular aspect about the exhibit is that we gave 15 feet of water to the polar bears when we built the Arctic Ring of Life. We're giving 25 feet to the penguins. So
plenty of room.
Right now in the penguinarium, we have 6 feet of water, and polar bears, or I'm sorry, penguins kind of do this in the water. And what we're going to do with 25 feet of water is see what penguins do in the wild. They're going to basically fly in the water.
That I can't imagine.
There'll be viewing areas on the side and on the bottom. We'll have a passageway like the Arctic Ring of Life, where you could walk through an acrylic walkway, so you could literally have penguins above you, below you, to the side of you. So it's going to be absolutely spectacular.
Forward to that. Now I know the zoo isn't just, you know, a park where people can go. You guys are out in the community and doing all kinds of things out in the community to give back. Tell me a little bit about some of the ongoings with the community outreach that the zoo has.
Well, it's taken more of a intentional thing for us to do as a result of the success of the millage. We take these new partnerships that we've created through the millage very seriously. So working with the counties, working with the residents of Wayne-Okemos-Macomb County is really our focal point in this community outreach. Every holiday season, we pick a charity and we collect toys for the holiday. We actually don't keep good records on that. But I do know that we basically fill up half the HR office with toys. And if I'm not right on top of that to get it started, there's 2 or 3 of my colleagues that will call me and say, you know, it's October and we haven't done anything about a charity. So and we rotate that. Last year we worked with Toys for Tots. We work very closely with Salvation Army. We do household and clothing drives at the zoo, and it's pretty easy. We give the Salvation Army access to the tower lot, which is under the water tower. People know what that landmark is. We do a press release with them to let everyone locally know that's going on. And we typically do 2 different weekends, Friday or Saturday, Sunday, on 2 weekends in the fall, and then again in the spring. So that's a total of 8 different days where we're doing a clothing drive at the zoo. The Red Cross has been a good partner. We've become a reliable source for a source of blood for supporting the hospitals in Southeast Michigan. They bank on us, if you will. We do at least 2 of those a year. We're being asked to consider doing 3. Right now, we can bring about 100 volunteers or staff out for these drives, and I think in the 7 years I've been at the zoo, I think we've hit our goal every time.
That's wonderful.
So it's kind of fun, and it's personally rewarding. You get to know some of the people that are volunteers for the Red Cross, and they're pretty dedicated folks too. So it's nice to be able to, this is all a community thing. We get support from the community. It's up to us to show some of that support back to the community.
Absolutely, and a little bit, I guess, a way of showing what you've done. Can you tell me a little bit about, you have a little brochure here, the Community Impact Report. Tell me a little bit about what goes into that and why it's so important.
This is a report we do every 2 years, and it's kind of cheesy holding it up here to the camera, but
people love cheesy. It's okay.
There's a lot of diverse information in here in terms of the programs and the things that the zoo does, and this is our attempt, in a sense, to document some of the things that go on in the course of a 2-year period. Some of it's about education. Education is a real strong piece to who we are at the zoo. Lots of folks don't know that.
Right.
And we want people to be more engaged in our educational activities, and this is one way to get some attention on that. This past year, we released an economic impact study, the first one that's been done in a while, and it measured our economic impact in the region at about almost exactly $100 million a year. So we devoted a page to the summary, if you will, of that economic impact study. There's descriptions of some of our field conservation work.
Okay.
We have a very strong sense of our mission in the area of conservation, and some of it is supporting financially activities that are going on internationally.
Oh, wow.
But a lot of this is things that we do, our staff does locally or in the state of Michigan, whether it's helping ospreys reclaim their original turf, or the common tern, which is a project that goes on Bill Isle, helping and rebuilding some of their habitat. So there's a number of things that go on, and again, when you have 200 people, many of whom are biologists, they're looking for things to do besides maintain and do their jobs at the zoo. So they're good professionals and good community folks too.
That's great to hear. And there's a couple events coming up?
Oh, there's always events this time of year at the zoo. One of the things that really is worth noting is that every Wednesday evening after hours in July and August, we have our Wild Summer Nights concert. And we bring in live performers, many of whom are targeting children.
Okay.
So again, back to the family theme.
Sure.
So we will bring families in after normal hours, and between 6 to 8 o'clock, we'll have a concert, and we invite people to bring a picnic. Again, bring the blanket. Typically, what we have a stage that the performers use, and one of the lasting images, you can see a bunch of children wrapped around the front of the
Very
stage,
cool.
and then the parents and grandparents, et cetera, in the background.
Kind of stand back, let the kids have the fun.
Yeah, watching the kids have fun. And by 8 o'clock, we roll them all out and do it again the next Wednesday. So that's, I believe it's 9 consecutive weeks, starting with the week of the 4th of July. We're in the middle of it now, so it's something that is very well attended and really one of the highlights of our summer programs.
Well, thank you so much, Paul. Appreciate you coming in, letting us know about some of the ongoings with the zoo. Obviously, if there's any other information, you can check out our Facebook page, and we'll be posting updates about the zoo and everything that they have going on as well.
Check our website. It's detroitzoo.org. Details on schedule, on cost, and et cetera, and other opportunities that are just too numerous to mention.
Of course.
They're all there, and it's a pretty easy website to negotiate.
All right, we'll go check out the giraffes. Go check out the new penguins coming up in about a year. And Paul, thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Thanks, Nick.
Yeah, no problem. Now, you guys stick around. There's plenty of Spotlight coming back up. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back.
Hi, I'm Warren City Clerk Paul Vorno, encouraging everybody to participate in the voting process. Voting is a right and a privilege that everyone needs to participate in. If you're 18 years of age or older, you can register to vote at the City of Warren Clerk's office or any Michigan Secretary of State. Remember, it's your right. Remember to vote.
Welcome back to the Spotlight. We'd like to thank Paul from the Detroit Zoo once again for taking time out of his busy schedule to come and visit with us today. But to let you know about some of the things going on in and around Warren, here's Becca Friedman with the Word.
Hi guys, I'm Becca and here's the Word. In addition to the events that Paul talked about, there are a few other things going on at the zoo that you're going to want to put on your calendars. September 3rd is Senior Day, where seniors 62 and over plus a caregiver can get in for free. September 19th and 20th is Meet Your Best Friend at the Zoo Day, where you can adopt a new pet. There'll be over 20 animal welfare organizations on hand for this event. Going on now through August on Wednesdays, the zoo has their Wild Night concert series, where you can walk around, check out the habitats while listening to some live music. And if you're in the mood for a little romance, you'll want to head over there on August 21st for Zoomance. This is a 21 over event though. And September 14th is Run Wild for the Detroit Zoo. This is a 5K and 10K run. And if you're not into the competitive running, you can always do the fun walk through the zoo grounds. And lastly, on September 26th, the Zoo Brew, which is another 21 over event, but it features select Michigan craft brews, live music, and food. Tickets for this event always go fast, so make sure to get yours soon. And like Paul mentioned, this is a great opportunity to get a rare after-hours look at the animals as well as the zoo. For more information on these events, head over to detroitzoo.org. Another event coming up that we here at the Spotlight just love every year is the Warren Birthday Bash, August 21st through 24th. To see what's going on all weekend, head over to cityofwarren.org. And while it might feel like summer is winding down, there's still plenty of time to head over to City Square for an outdoor movie. The next few movies are going to be the Lego Movie on August 7th, Frozen on August 21st, and The Nut Job on September 5th. For more information on the movies, call 268-8400. That's Word for now. Back to you, Nick.
Thank you, Becca. Great job, as always. And
thank you, Nick.
Birthdays are a big thing around here, so we're really looking forward to going down to City Square for another great event.
Yep.
Absolutely. Well, we've got a great musical performance lined up for you right now. It's an encore performance from some friends of ours of Diablo Il Gato with their song, When It Rains.
Of your favorite old love song. Keep that candle burning, honey, while you're gone. Call out your name in the middle of Well, those old sad songs, I guess I want them out. Hearing someone else's pain helps to work it out. Close my eyes and dream we're together. If you're coming home, hon, it's now or never. Since you've gone, baby blue. Well, I've been sick without you. Will you come home to me? Well, I guess I'll just have to wait and see. Since you've gone, baby blue. Well, I've been a wreck without you. Will you come home to me? Well, I guess I'll just have to wait and see. Like a recording of your favorite old love song. Well, I keep that candle burning, honey, while you're gone. Call out your name in the middle of the night. Lost love and sorrow, I know it just ain't right. Since you've gone, girl, I ain't the same. Well, I say we belong, you say I'm insane. Well, I drank every night, tried to dull the pain, and I only go out when it rains. Rains. I go out when it rains. Hey, I go out when it rains. I go out when it rains.
Well, that was Diablo Il Gato with their song When It Rains. And I don't know if you guys know this or not, but we have a little theme going, our annual theme here. And, you know, if you don't habla español, gato means cat.
Certainly does. And they're going to be playing all over the place, some right here in Warren, mainly on the east side. But if you want to check them out, feel free to check out their Facebook page, which you can get to from our Facebook page.
Here we
and
go.
if you don't know what that is, I'm going to lay it on you right now. It's facebook.com/tvwarren.thespotlight. And obviously go on there, give us questions, comments, show us pictures, just say hi. We'll be happy to comment back. But that's going to wrap things up for our show. Becca, what do you say?
That's it for today.
All right, I want to thank Paul from the Detroit Zoo. I want to thank the guys from Diablo Il Gato. Obviously, they do a great job at the Warren Farmers Market. If you haven't gone down there, be sure to. Plenty of events going on all the time.
Yep.
But that's going to do it for this episode of The Spotlight. We'll see you next time. But until then, it is lights out. Take care.